Hello and good evening. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? Thanks for watching. Welcome to Sirdork Live. Thanks so much for being here on this lovely, wonderful Thursday evening. Tomorrow's Friday, which is awesome. I got the day off actually tomorrow, so today's like my Friday kinda. So that's really cool. Hope everyone's doing great. I see a ton of people in the chat already. Linda is here, and Figure Fighter Toys, Silver Moon, Joe Jokeman is here. Master Angue's grandson. Well, that's cool. Silver Moon is here. Bruce is here. Poncho, RJ Stubbs, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness, you guys. And Jerry's legitimate daughter is here. And I don't. And did you change your name, Jerry's legitimate daughter? I have no idea who. I don't recognize that name, and it's listed as the as a member. Well, hey. And that's my Mando just joined the membership. That's my Mando. Well, thanks so much. That's amazing. You're awesome. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. Well, today's show is going to be really great. I've got a bunch of fun stuff planned. I've got a bunch of really, really great and interesting fun questions that you guys have sent in on Instagram that I'm going to answer. Because it'll be kind of like a Q&A kind of thing, which is going to be really fun. The questions you guys sent in are really fun, and I'm really excited to talk about them. I have some giveaway stuff I'm going to do too. I'm going to give away some really great, cool stuff. I have 5 different things I'm going to give away through trivia questions, so I'm going to do that also, which will be really great. See, you never know what kind of fun surprises may happen on the Sirdork live show. You never know. Kevin Cornell, Sonic Burst, Alvaro. Jerry's illegitimate daughter is Toy Stories. Hey, dude. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. As always, I still just think to myself how crazy it is that people actually want to watch me talk on these live videos about crap. So thank you guys so much. Max World Entertainment, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. TCW, how's it going? So actually the first thing I do want to talk about that's actually like super, super important that I really want to talk to you guys about. And it isn't necessarily like good news, which is really unfortunate, but something I really, really want to talk to you guys about. And it is, hang on, let me pull it up right here. So Steve Gilmore, really amazing toy photographer, really, really just awesome guy. He's a member on the channel, and he's just like a really just like genuinely awesome guy, and also just like a super talented toy photographer and very unique toy photographer. I mean, just like look at his work. It speaks for itself. Like, he uses which is I'm pretty sure the UK version of G.I. Joe, which is called Action Man. All of his photos are completely with these Action Man, 1/6, I'm pretty sure, 12-inch figures, all like huge, absolutely awesome. Like, you're never gonna see any toy photography like his. Like, look at this one. This is so cool. Like this, look at this shot. This shot is absolutely incredible. And he always posts like, and the setups are huge that he does. Like these huge setups. And I legitimately love just seeing new stuff from him. It's just like a lot and like practical effects and just like awesome stuff. Like you could just keep scrolling forever, and every shot is so different. Every shot is so completely different. So the thing about Steve is, like, I just learned some news. Apparently last year he had a surgery to remove a cancerous brain tumor, and so that happened, which was great, but apparently that tumor has returned much quicker than expected, which is really quite heartbreaking. And he's got, some of the good news is that he does have some new type of chemotherapy that he's going to be going through soon, and that's good, but apparently it will be quite a tough road for Steve. And I just really wanted to talk to you guys about it and just share this and make sure you guys are following Steve, first of all, and appreciating his absolutely amazing work. This shot is amazing, and I just, like, honestly, I could keep scrolling. forever on his page. But just really quite heartbreaking news to hear about Steve and Steve's wife and his family. You know, just gonna ask you guys to just send some positive energy over to Steve and his family, and send some love. You know, go to his page, send him some messages, follow, just appreciate his work. He's got a YouTube channel as well, which is just all the behind the scenes of his awesome stuff, and it's just Toy With It. This is his YouTube channel. Everything's right here on his Instagram. Just absolutely awesome work, and just like it really is quite heartbreaking to hear about Steve and his situation, and we just, you know, the best we can do is just send over positive energy, keep him in our thoughts and prayers and everything, and just, you know, hope we can see Steve back at it, giving us this awesome work as soon as possible. So yeah, everyone send some thank you guys in the live chat. Send them doctors, and this is Steve right here, Toy With It, amazing member of our toy community, fantastic artist. So yeah, please, you guys, that would be really, really awesome, just to send some love over to Steve and his family. Thank you guys. And if you weren't following him already anyway, absolutely, please, I mean, you should anyway. Hey Jason, how's it going, dude? But yeah, like I was saying, it sounds like Steve has quite a tough road ahead in his chemo. So please do just send some love over to Steve. Toy With It. Show him some love. Just make him feel good, you know, in this really, really tough time that him and his family are going through. That would be amazing. Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you. Okay, so I do actually have before I do get into the first, I want to get into some trivia for the giveaway, and then I'm going to get into the Q&A, which is going to be really fun. I have a lot of really great stuff. Oh, man. And I do actually have 9 new members that I have to thank, which is just absolutely mind-blowing that this many people have joined the membership here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much, and have some really amazing toy photos to share from some of the new members. So first, I got to thank Emerald Knight Photos. Love this shot, this alien shot with 2 Marines and the Xenomorph behind the wall. Awesome. Emerald Knight Photos, dude, thank you so much for becoming a member. And like I said, like I've said before, if you are interested in becoming a member on the channel, there should be a little join button right next to where it usually says subscribe below, and there's also a little membership tab on the channel as well. And yeah, there's a bunch of really cool stuff included in the membership that I try to make it worth the while. So yeah, so Emerald Knight, thank you so much for being a member. And also to Hermit Photography with this awesome, really gloomy, eerie, great tone in this photo with this awesome custom figure. Hermit Photography, thank you so much for joining. And of course to Colin Kai Krieger with this really awesome shot of the Commando clone, and the effects you had on his visor and on the blaster look really, really awesome. So Colin, thank you so much. And also to Northern Fred, absolutely love this shot. This shot is so funny. And I think this is the one he did for the Sirdork Tools challenge from a while back. And Fred is actually a guy that's somewhat local to me, which is really cool. So it's always cool to hear about somebody that lives in the upstate New York area that's a toy photographer. There's not a lot of them. So Fred, thank you so much. And also to Stubbs Toy Box. Thank you so much, Stubbs. And I learned in one of the member-only streams recently that what Stubbs stands, why his name Stubbs. So thank you, Stubbs. And also thank you to Toy Box Unleashed with this I love this shot. Absolutely love this shot. Lighting is so cool on this. I know he was super proud of this shot, so I chose this one for him. And also thank you to this is crazy. It's crazy. Thank you to Sam the Man 1907 with this awesome action-packed shot. Sam the Man, thank you. Thank you. And also another thank you to Pathfinder with this awesome epic Popeye shot with poor King Shark that didn't quite make it out of this battle between the two, but amazing. And also thank you to Fight or Flight. Lastly, Fight or Flight Photography with this I mean, I chose this shot. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything Pokemon. It's like, I love this new shirt of mine too, by the way. And so, Fight or Flight, thank you so much, you guys, for being members on the channel membership stuff. I'll do my best to make it worth every bit that you're spending to be in this membership. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. Everyone who's here right now, I see Figgy's here, Toy Box is right here as well. So, yes, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, I have I'm going to give away 5 things, but 2 different things I'm going to give away in the stream. I'm going to do that. Let's do that now. Let's do some giveaway stuff right now. And the first thing I'm going to give away is, I'm sure you guys probably saw this. I was talking about these on Instagram. These awesome patches. Look how cool this patch is. It's probably going to... there we go. Look how cool this patch is. It's got a sticky side on the back here, and it sticks quite well to anything. And you can sew it on, and it's waterproof, and it's legit. And it's like, look how cool this toy photography patch is. You can put on your bag, I think I'm going to buy a plain black hat and put this on a hat. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I do have the official thing up. So if you do want one of these patches, this is where you get them, right here from Camera Club Co. This is the Instagram to get one of these patches. They make a lot of really cool, just awesome camera, photographer, merch stuff. It's all really cool stuff. So that's where these are coming from. And I'm going to give away 3 of these right now from Camera Club Co. So thanks, Camera Club, for making these awesome patches for us toy photographers. They're so cool. So I'm going to give away 3 of these right now. I have some trivia questions. And... yes, and I saw one person in the live chat was saying I suck at trivia, but who knows? This is not your ordinary trivia. This is all totally. You never know. You could be really good with this. You could be really good at this trivia, and so, and also there could be a little bit of you could technically do some research during the stream and find it. So, and that would be quite all right. Okay, so RJ Stubbs, he got his patch yesterday. He loves it. Awesome. Okay, so, and whenever I choose the trivia questions, I end up doing them about, my channel in some way, shape, or form, because I don't want to do a trivia about Star Wars, because not everyone likes Star Wars or Marvel or anything like that, so, that's usually why I keep the trivia about stuff that I've done. So the first 3 questions are going to be for these patches. So the first person to answer the question correctly in the live chat, I will write down and reach out to me, send me a DM on Instagram, and then I'll get your info and I'll send it over to you. And that's going to be it. And then I have two other different things I'm going to give away also afterwards. Okay, so are you guys ready for the first question about to get one of these awesome patches? And Linda also got a patch. Awesome. Okay, so the first question, and this is, so I'm sure you guys are aware of the toy photography convention that we're putting together. That's coming up somewhat soon. So the first question is, what city is Toys in Action, the Toy Photography Con, what city is that taking place in? What city is Toys in Action taking place in? First person to say it in the live chat.
Googling.
First person to say it in the live chat gets the patch. First person to say it, and I'm going to write it down. All right. What city? Sam the Man. Sam the Man got it first. Saratoga, New York. Commander Razor did say New York, but it's not in New York City. The city is Saratoga Springs, New York. Sam the Man. All right. That's you. Sam, I'm writing you down. Sam the Man. Okay, well, Sam, I'm going to send you out a patch. And also with any one of these things, I'll put in a Sirdork sticker and some other fun stuff in there too, just to make it fun. So, good job, everybody. A lot of you guys got it really quick. My mom got it instantly, obviously. Mom, I can just give you one. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I can just give you a patch if you want one for free. You don't have to guess anything right. So yes, Saratoga Springs, New York is where Toys in Action is happening. Obviously, Bruce says it's in Australia. Unfortunately, maybe one day. Who knows? So yeah, okay. So that's the first question. The second question is everyone ready for the second question? You have another chance to win one of these patches. And second question is, what is the date of Toys in Action this year? What is the date of the convention? When is it happening? What's the exact date? What date is Toys in Action taking place? In Saratoga, New York. But what's the date? What day is it exactly? And technically, she did say no Googling. You could technically say you could Google it. Lawrence, you got my mom actually guessed it first. Mom, I'm gonna give you one anyway. You can't you got it first, but you get one. But Lawrence Robson says it first, and James Mortensen and Figgy and Doctor, you were really close, but you guys are a bunch of you guys got it right away. So Lawrence Robson, you got it first. Lawrence, Rob, all right, you're getting a patch, dude. Most of you guys got it. There's a couple like Dr. June 16th. Lucas, you said it was in June 6th. My mom says that she just likes to play. Well, that's fine. But just so you know, Mom, tomorrow I'll give you one. Really, I'm gonna see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Max World says, I think it's great your mom is watching, because she's the best mom ever. Of course. So, Commander Razor says, on my screen, it was Teresa who said it first. She did actually say it first, but Teresa is my mom. And I'm just going to give her one of these tomorrow. Anyway, just because, if she really wants one. And Toy Story says, June 21st is my birthday. I'm going to be 31. Oh, we're actually very close. I'm going to be 30 this year. So, where's my icy hot sleeve? Or because my back hurts. I'm getting old too, dude. So yes, Toys in Action is on June 18th. It is less than 2 months away. Oh my gosh, wow. So yes, Toys in Action, the first ever toy photography con convention, is taking place in Saratoga Springs, New York on June 18th, if you didn't know already. And if you want any information about it, all you got to do is just ask me. Go to toysandactionconvention.com, blah, blah, blah. But okay, I have one more question about to give away one of these patches. One more question. Trying to get the thing to focus, but it won't. That's okay. One more question. And yes, if you didn't guess, it is going to be about Toys in Action. So, Justin said this is the most inspiring toy photography channel ever. Love your content, Sirdork. Justin the dude. Thanks so much, Justin the dude. You're awesome. I really appreciate that, man. Okay, so the last question is, who was the most recent guest announced that is going to be at Toys in Action? Who was the most recent guest announced that will be at Toys in Action this year? If you follow the Toys in Action Instagram, you would know. You would know who was the most recent guest announced. So if you want to give me... Oh, James, instantly. Doctor says Chaos Cuties. Well, Chaos Cuties will be there.
I'll be where?
At Toys in Action.
I will, so you should come.
James Mortensen, you got it right away. Visual approach photography. Sean, yes, Sean is going to be there. And so that's my Mando. You got it also. He will be there. Mal says that dude takes some cool photos. He does. He's a great guy, amazing photographer, and I'm so excited to have him there. He's gonna be there as a guest at Toys in Action. So I'm really excited about that. So yes, James Mortensen. So James, make sure send me a DM, and then get in contact with your address, and I'll send it all on over to you. I'll send you the patch, and that will be that. So, yeah, woo! Awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for playing. I do have 2 more things to give away that are actually not the patch. But like I was saying before, go over to cameraclub.co and get yourself one of these patches. They're incredibly, like, decently priced. Why is it not loading? I guess it's not. Well, go to the Camera Club Co. on Instagram. This page right here, and all they do is make these really awesome, really cool, just photography inspired patches and t-shirts and just really cool merch. So that's so awesome. So yeah, and so the next thing I'm going to give away some more trivia here. Oh, here we go. This is what I was trying to show you. I actually bought this shirt recently from there. Not in a tank top form, but in a baseball tee form. And yeah, it was really cool. And I love that shirt. It's awesome. So some really cool stuff at Camera Club Co. And the next thing I'm going to give away is these. Look at these pins. I have a couple of these pins right here. So see this pin? It looks like a Black Series box. So how cool is that? Okay, so here's a Black Series box. Like you guys all. So here's the Black Series box, and then here's the pin. How cool are these? These are so awesome. And so these pins. Sorry, I'll put that up later. So these pins are from Landspeeder Luke. He sent me a couple pins, and which was very nice of him. And I think these are awesome, so that's why I want to give some away. And yeah, these are so cool. And if you want to get one of these pins, if you don't win today, just go to Landspeeder Luke here on Instagram. And he's got, I mean, he sells like a lot of like amazing 3D printed diorama designs, which are all amazing. So, and also just these pins are really unique. And if you're a Star Wars Black Series collector, you see this and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's so awesome. So yeah, if you want one of these pins, go to Landspeeder Luke, give him a follow. And I mean, just some of the designs that these 3D printed designs are incredible. So there's a bunch of these too. So highly recommend. I mean, look at this one. This makes you want to have a 3D printer. But right now I'm going to be giving away 2 of these. I have 2 of them. Oh, that's the back. 2 of these. And yeah, really, really cool pins. Really, really cool pins. And so the questions here are actually not Toys in Action related, but they are still like stuff me somewhat related. Plastic Wars says, Jared, what's happening? I'm gonna give away some of these pins. That's what's happening, and you just gotta answer a question. And the first person to answer the question correctly will get the pin. Just let me know and just send me a DM and I'll send them out to you. That's all. Okay, so here we go. The first question is, so what is the exact name of the product that I was promoting in my most recent post on Instagram?
No cheating. I'm watching you.
On my most recent post on Instagram, what is the exact name of the product that I was promoting? This actually really awesome product. So, what's the name? What's the name of it? The exact name of it. The exact everyone's saying Loom Cube. Yes, it is. But what's the name of the what's the name of the product? It's a very, very specific one. It's a brand new product from Loom Cube. Everyone's saying Loom Cube, yes. But what is it? Which one? It's a brand new one. What's the exact? Okay, Loom Cube Go. You guys are getting there. Someone said Loom Cube Bro, which that sounds.
I think that might be it.
Okay, there we go. Figgy was the first one, I believe. The RGB Panel Go. I believe, Figgy, you were the first one to say it on my thing here. Figgy.
Figgy Newton.
Yeah, you're the RGB Panel Go. Yes, you were 100% correct. There's a lot of really close answers. The Pikachu Loom Cube. They need to get... Oh my gosh, can you imagine how cool would that be? Okay, so Figgy, that was you. Figgy. I'm going to send you one of the pins. Good job, Figgy, and good job, everybody. Figgy says, sweet, I never win anything. Well, awesome. That's really great. Sorry, wow, I just totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, the Loom Cube panel Go, the RGB Panel Go, it's really, really awesome. I'm not going to go and try and sell that on this stream, but it is really awesome if you're interested. You know where to find it. So, good job, Figgy. Plastic War says, now what? Just watch and find out. I love how you just... Now what's going to happen? Don't worry, I'm going to do another one. I got one more to give away. I got one more question. And so, this one might be a hard one. Some of you may know it instantly, but this one might be hard. This might be hard, or it might be very easy for you. Who knows? It depends on how well you listen. This one you can't go and lookups anywhere. This is just you gotta know or just guess correctly. So, all right. So for the last question of the night, what is my favorite Pokemon? What is my all-time number one favorite Pokemon? And it's even though I'm wearing this Gigantamax Pikachu shirt, it's not Pikachu. I do love Pikachu, but who is my favorite Pokemon?
It's me.
Toy Mirtha says Batman versus Superman. Yes, you win. Toy Story's Charizard, nope. Dr. Gyarados, nope. Bulbasaur, nope. Charizard, nope. Charmander, nope. I have talked about it, and if you've watched any of my videos, you'll probably see the tattoo of him I have on my leg. It's probably present in a lot of videos. Venusaur, nope. Someone says Bob, nope. Unless I nickname him Bob. Mewtwo, nope. Says Max World. Fighter Flight says Squirtle, nope. Doctor says Latios, Squirtle. A lot of people are saying Squirtle. You're kind of close, I guess, with Squirtle.
No, they're not.
Kind of close. Gengar says Toymirth, nope. Eevee. Justin the Dude says Orange Guy.
Totally. Harley Quinn.
Not Blastoise. Not Gyarados. Someone says Pokemons. Sorry, what's my favorite Pokemons? Sunglasses Squirtle. Nope. I thought that honestly I thought that someone would have gotten it by now. Not Turtwig or Lapras. All right, I'm gonna have to give a hint. I'm gonna have to give a hint then.
I can give a hint.
Okay, what's the hint?
It's not Harley Quinn.
Great hint. Yes, that was a great hint. Plastic Wars says, is it a water Pokemon? Yes, it is a water Pokemon. It is a water Pokemon. And I'm just going to do a quick scroll to make sure no one else has said it. Nope. Yes, it is a water Pokemon. And it is a starter Pokemon. There you go. That's a big hint right there. Yes, it's a starter Pokemon and it is a water. You guys are getting there. You guys are getting there. Commander Razor says, I know 2 Pokemon just in general. Well, I mean, at least 2 is better than 1. Not Crocodile. You're kind of close. You guys are you're getting there. The Crocodile one, says Doctor. I mean, that's not his name. It's a starter Pokemon. That is a water Pokemon. Come on, you guys. Okay, so your mouse
I'm
says...
so disappointed in all of you.
A lot of you guys have said Totodile, which is very close. You're like right there. Wow, this is... You're very close. I mean, you're right on the money with Totodile, but it's not Totodile. Come on, you guys. I honestly don't think I could give any more hints. And I haven't seen them yet. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're trying to guess. Croconaw, you're getting there. Fight or Flight, you're like right there. You're like right there. Feraligatr says Django Fat. Django Fat says Feraligatr. Yes. Django Fat. Django Fat. You win.
Weird name.
Django Fat. You got it. Fine. Okay. Yes, you win. It is Feraligatr. You win a patch. Yes. I'm surprised. This little guy that pops up in videos a lot. Hope you like my moccasin. Hi, babe. Hello. I think I have to go to move on to the next thing.
I think we should have a Harley Quinn takeover night.
Yeah, maybe another night. Django Fat. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys were so close. A lot of you guys were saying Totodile, but I'm glad Linda said it was fun. I'm really glad to hear it. A lot of you guys were very, very close. And Django Fat, send me a message on Instagram, and I will get this all ready to be sent out to you. And that will be that. I'll send it out as soon as possible. So, yes. I hope that was fun. I hope that was really fun. I definitely enjoyed doing that. Thank you guys for doing it. So I have a bunch of stuff I have to send out soon, and that will be a ton of fun. So I need to scooch over, and I need to get rid of this. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I have a bunch of questions that you guys have asked in the on Instagram. I did one of those Ask Me a Questions thing. And oh, Sonic Burst says It's so fun watching people guess, but I didn't participate. Well, I'm glad that you still enjoyed it. Jangle Fat, thank you for being here. Everyone who's here, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoy doing that, and it's actually quite tough coming up with questions because I'm like, is anybody gonna know this? Does anyone care about these questions? But I'll come up with some other. I'll do stuff like this more often. Just give away stickers, stuff like that. It's really fun. I'll probably do this maybe every stream, just except for maybe the reaction streams because those always have a ton of stuff to do. Okay, so all right, I've got some questions here. So I just got all the questions, and if anyone asked anything after 7 o'clock or so, I probably missed it. Sorry. And after we go through all these questions, we can ask some more in the live chat later on. Yeah, anything that was asked before like 7 o'clock, I was able to grab, but the streams usually take a little bit of prep time, so if you're a little bit any later than that, I missed them. So I'm sorry, but got a bunch of really good ones. So the first question I have on here is from the Don Rooster. Not necessarily toy photography related, but I think quite a good question. So the Don Rooster says tacos or Christmas. And you know what? I did think about this question already. And I'm going to have to go with Christmas. I don't want to lose tacos and I don't want to lose Christmas. But I really just love... Yeah, I'm going to have to keep Christmas. But there's a really easy reason why I would choose Christmas too. Is because if I give up tacos, that doesn't mean that I have to give up burritos or quesadillas or enchiladas or chimichangas or taquitos or chalupas or gorditas. No, there's a lot of other really great Mexican food that can replace tacos that are almost the same thing. So you're not really losing a whole lot. So, you know what I mean? Like you could still get all the good stuff from a burrito or something else like that. So I'm gonna say keep Christmas, and then sorry tacos, but I'll just have my Mexican food in a different arrangements. That's what I would say for that one. But it's definitely an interesting thing to think about. And I wonder what was going through Don's head when he was like, tacos or Christmas? That's what I'm going to ask. Toy Story says, have you been to California with the best Mexican food? I have been to California, but not from... I don't think I've had any Mexican food. The last food I can think of I had in California was In-N-Out. And that was good. So the next question is from Afro Wookie 96. Which figure do you want really badly, but don't have yet? For me, it's the Mezco Superman 1978. You know what? I do have that figure, actually. It's the only Mezco that I have. But which figure do I really want that I just didn't pull the trigger on that I don't have yet? Honestly, that's really hard. And I feel very privileged right now to know that most of the figures that I really want, I do have at the moment. Let's see. A figure that I don't have yet that I wish I got. There's a lot of hot toys that I missed that I wish I had, like the Darth Maul hot toy that came out quite a while ago. Just the regular Phantom Menace Darth Maul, definitely would love to have. Sonar is saying the Black Series Captain Rex. Yeah, he's definitely tough to get a hold of, that's for sure. Gabcat says the SHMA Godzilla Ultima. Actually, you know what? I know exactly what figure. So I don't know if you guys are into Pacific Rim, but I'm a big fan of Pacific Rim. I have a massive collection of Pacific Rim stuff, and the anime that is out, actually the second season just dropped, and I never picked up the not Figuarts, but the Tamashi figure of the Atlas Destroyer Jaeger figure that came out. Has anyone else watched that show, the new Pacific Rim anime? Unfortunately, it's the final season, only second season, but yeah, I never picked that up, and I think I'll probably pick him up. And also, I also really was... Yes, Commander Razor's like, yes! I also am mad that I didn't pick up the SH Figuarts movie Deadpool that came out a couple months back. But he doesn't seem to be going too high. I could probably find him. So that's what I'm thinking. Pacific Rim the Black, that's what it's called. Yes. So that's what I would choose, Afro Wookie, and thanks for sending it in. So next questions are... I know, I just screenshotted these. These are the bootleg version. So this is from Nick Litch. Have you tried taking Lego Star Wars pictures before? And you know what? Yes, I have. I haven't really done a whole lot, like, just for my own recreational purposes, but I have done some recently. I was very, very fortunate enough to do some work, some toy photography work for Disney earlier in 2021, all for the Bring Home the Bounty thing they were doing at the end of the year. And I did a lot of Lego stuff. So I did some of the Republic gunship stuff, some of the AT-AT, the big AT-AT, and also the Imperial Light Cruiser that all came out last year. So, and this was really my first time doing some Lego stuff. So it was a big, big eye-opening thing for me, with the Lego stuff. I just noticed that there's a bunch of empty, unused space here. There we go. That's better. So yes, a little bit of Lego stuff that has that I've done, which is really fun, and it is quite difficult. It's a whole new world. So anyone who shoots Lego stuff, good on you. That's really tough. And if you're interested in those shots, I have a bunch of them on my website, and I did put a bunch of them in my most recent YouTube video also to make money from toy photography video. So yeah. And okay, so Smarrow Steven, I know Steve Smarrow was in the live chat. I know I saw him. What constructive feedback would you give yourself from your first photos? Man, I think about my first photos, and I don't think there's any feedback I could give myself, because not that I was like bad or anything. I was just so incredibly inexperienced. I had no idea what I was doing. And I think honestly the way I kind of started was good. I mean, there's so much more now I wish I knew, but I took it real slow, and I just had fun with it and was just messing around, and I think that's really the way to start. So I am happy with the way I did start. So yeah, that's, I don't think I have a lot of, I would tell myself what I tell everybody else: just keep shooting, have fun, and try lots of new things, and don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. That's what I would tell myself. And yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. So thanks Steve Smarrow. Thanks a lot. And Gabcat says, and get some Atmosphere Aerosol. Yeah, you know what? I would tell myself that, because Atmosphere Aerosol is awesome. Definitely. I need a drink. So the next question, oh, that's not supposed to happen. The next question is from Gavin. 2099 Gavin says, what inspired you? Honestly, my answer to this question is probably the same as almost everybody else probably who takes toy photos. The toy photography community. Once I saw that toy photography existed on Instagram and stuff like that, and I saw people taking awesome photos, that's what inspired me. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I remember looking at photos like Sergeant Bananas and being like, wow, I'll never be able to do that. Never. But I just shot my stuff, and like I said before, I took it slow, and now I feel quite good about the things that I can do. So it's photography time. Two Nights says, what fandom was your first photo? It was Power Ranger. My first photo was this Power Ranger Samurai picture, if you'd even count it. That was my first stuff, was most of Power Rangers stuff. So thanks, Gavin. Cody Tweedy says, have you ever dealt with scammers in the community of toy photography? To be honest, I never have. I've never been scammed or anything before in toy photography. That I know of, at least, which is really great. Before I was into toy photography on Instagram, my biggest thing was Pokemon cards. If you scroll way back, you'll see it all. But on Instagram, I used to trade Pokemon cards through Instagram, DMs and stuff, and I got scammed a lot of times doing that, for sure. But no, I've never been scammed, and maybe that says something about me being cautious, or I think what it really does is says something about the community. The community's great. There's not a lot of scammers out there. I'm sure there are still some, but yeah. There have definitely been some people where they have taken my photos and posted them and pretended they were their own, basically stealing mine. But honestly, I don't get too upset when that happens because it's kind of flattering that, hey, you think mine's cool enough to try and steal it. And then usually anybody who does that, they don't really get anywhere. They I'll report it and everything, but I don't make a big deal out of it because they don't usually get anywhere. They try, they give up, and they fail very quickly. Usually when they steal other people's photos. So yeah, Doctor says I got a fake Figma for the price of a real one. That's too bad. That's tough when you get a fake one. I've never had that experience. We've actually talked about that in the last stream about some of the questions we had. So yeah, thank you, Cody, for sending that one in. Revan's Toy Pick says, when did your toy photography journey begin? With a running guy. My toy photography journey began in 2014. And that Power Rangers photo. I really started heavily collecting toys because there was this new shop that opened up near me called I Has Toys, and I was really getting into collecting because the shop was so cool. And every time I post a photo, I'd be like, check out my new photo, and then it got more and more creative, and then I just started caring more about the photo itself than the actual toy, So yeah, that's when it began, 2014. I think it was like summer of 2014. Oh, so Timothy Mark says, what's the best Luke Skywalker action figure to use for toy photography? That's a really cool question. The best Luke Skywalker. So actually, I have quite a few different Lukes, but there's a lot of different Black Series Lukes. So whatever Luke Skywalker you're looking for, there's a Black Series one. You can get the Return of the Jedi, Jedi Knight Luke. You can get the Farm Boy Luke. You can get the Bespin Luke. You can get the Dagobah Training Luke. You can get just about every Luke. But I have a Luke on pre-order right now. That's an SH Figuarts Luke from The Mandalorian. So in the black getup, and Figuarts, I really like their stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to that, to getting that. And that's my favorite Luke. The fully confident Jedi Master Luke, and especially from The Mandalorian, because that's when he's the most confident and awesome, in my opinion. It's a time period of Luke's Jedi period that we never really got to see, and then we did actually get to see in The Mandalorian. So yeah, that's probably my favorite, the one that I don't have yet that I'm looking forward to getting. All right, so next question is from Matt Visions. Matt's usually here in the live stream a lot. So actually, Sonic Burst says, what was the first hobby you had? This is a question for everyone. First hobby I had, geez, I don't know. Hobby that I had, probably collecting rocks. I had a pretty epic rock collection when I was a little kid. So, Matt Vision says, what's been your worst, most embarrassing experience while shooting outside? That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever had it. Like, when I first started shooting outside and then, dealing with people in public, it was definitely quite difficult to get over, shooting in public and with people around. And I felt embarrassed at first. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I'm very proud anytime I'm shooting in public and people are watching me. I'm very excited when people are watching me, because then I can say, I'm a toy photographer. This is what it is. Here's my card. And then they look at it and they're like, whoa, cool. Most embarrassing experience. Most embarrassing experience? I don't know. One time I'm sure you probably, there's a video where I completely destroyed this figure, this Boba Fett figure, the white prototype. I completely burned him. No one was watching, but I just felt so silly that I couldn't believe I burned him so bad. But eventually it ended up being great because I customized him, blah, blah, blah. But that was probably it. For me, was my most embarrassing moment. That was probably it. Even though I was totally by myself, but I just still felt embarrassed, for sure. All right, so here we go. Next questions are right here. Let me move them around. Okay, I thought I was a lot more prepared than this. Here we go. So this is from Mao, which I know I saw Mao in the live chat. Mao 182. Have you ever wanted? I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Have you ever wanted to try other types of photography? Absolutely, all kinds of it, because the more types of photography you learn and you kind of understand, the better you will become at toy photography too. I mean, toy photography is my favorite and probably always will be. And there's so many other types of things that you can learn through other types of photography, whether that be, I don't know, landscape or portrait or just normal product photography or whatever. And so I have learned a lot of other things about just other kinds of photography besides toy photography. One thing that I do most often is I take all the pictures for my girlfriend Harleen's cosplay. Cosplay is her thing and her everything, and she's amazing at it. And so I take all her pictures. And so if you want to see those pictures, if you go to sweetheartharley.com, well, or Sweetheart Harley on Instagram, you'll see all the pictures that I take of her. And I'm quite proud. And she does all the editing because, she is very
Proficient.
yeah, well, I mean, she's very proud of her work, and she wants to be the one to edit her photos of her to put on her Instagram. I'm like, yeah, go for it. That's great. I mean, it's hers. So, yeah. And so that is the one I take part in the most often. But I have done some actual just like normal product photography, and every once in a while I will go on walks and I'll bring my camera and try to take pictures of animals because that's fun. So, yeah. Yes. Definitely, Mal. Green Prime says, toy photography helps me with a certain thing. Is there anything toy photography helps you with? I mean, it helps me with just about everything. I mean, it's really, such a massive part of my life. And I don't ever see it not being one. It makes me feel good. Whenever I take a photo and I'm happy with it, I just feel great throughout the rest of the day. Whenever I post a photo, I'm excited to post it. Oh, Mao is right here. Hey, Mao. Yes, it helps me with everything. It helps with, your mental health. It's one thing that you can always count on. It's always going to be there. You're always going to be able to go and take a photo. Oh, I didn't say, young Tat Chan says, what's up, Sirdork? What's up? Thanks for being here, dude. Commander Ray says, so many more people than when this stream started. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Seriously. This is just like, I love doing this so much. But I would love to, and if any of these questions that are popping up, I would love to see your guys' answers to them, too. I would love to share them and read them out, too. I would love to hear, whenever I do these live streams, I don't ever really necessarily want it to just be a lecture. I want it to be interactive. I want you guys to be part of it too, which you guys always are. But yeah, if you ever have a great answer to one of these questions, I would love to read them out too. I most likely won't be able to get and read out every single one, but yeah, throw them out there. I would love to. I would love to read them out too. So thank you for the Green Prime for sending that question in. The next question is from Zoocoat. Zoocoat. Who or what motivated you to start toy photography? Greetings. So actually, we were talking about this earlier, and it is legitimately the seeing other toy photographers on Instagram and seeing the amazing work that they did, and seeing people use fireworks and stuff, and being like, wow, that's so cool. That was a huge motivation, and it just like everybody else, I'm sure, just like you guys who do it too. You saw it and you're like, wow, that's cool. I want to do that, because it's like. The cool thing is that, like, you see it happening and you're like, I have toys, I can take pictures, I should try this. Like, I love that. I've never felt that with anything else that looks cool. Like, it's always like, yeah, I can't do that. But with this, it's so possible, So Monty Vic says, how many photos did you take in a year? Which is actually a really interesting question. Let's see. So Monty Vic, how many photos did you? So I would say last year. I mean, in the hundreds, probably. I probably had over, hundreds of posts on Instagram, and there's other photos I've taken besides that. So definitely in the hundreds. I don't know, but definitely in the hundreds. I wouldn't say like 500. Probably more like 200 or so. I didn't post like every day or anything. So yeah, probably around that. Linda says Baby Groot motivated me. When I think Baby Groot motivates us all a little bit. I don't think there's anybody in the universe that could look at Baby Groot and not say, God, look at he's so much. He's just great, just great. Um, Sonic Burst says, "Can't believe it, man. You got 35.4K subscribers. Keep up the good work, man. Hope I could be there someday. I'm currently at 60 subs. That's awesome. Well, Sonic Burst, send me a link to your channel. I would love to subscribe to yours. Yes, yeah, you guys, I don't know if I talked about this on the last stream. I think I did, but yeah, like recently I just hit 35,000 subscribers, which is mind blowing, and just like it's been a crazy year so far, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for. Literally, I'm just on YouTube right now, just talking, and then there's people here watching me talk. Like, who cares about what I'm talking? So thank you guys. It's just so cool. I'm so glad you guys enjoy the videos. Toy Bills inspired you, says Charm X. Toy Bills is great. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time, but he's a really nice guy. I really like him. Yeah, an amazing collection he's got for sure. And Gabcat says, I inspired you. Thanks, Gabcats. That's amazing to hear. Okay, well, Monty Vic, thank you for sending that one in. And next we got Dr. Awesome. Dr. 1010 says, how's your mental health? I feel that's a question that isn't asked enough.
Mine's not well.
Dr. Awesome, thank you for sending that one in and just being concerned about me. That's really, really nice. Doing my best, as always. And one thing I'll say is that I always feel really, really great when I'm talking to you guys on something like this. I always feel really, really good. And it has been a very busy time for me and for us lately, with more than ever. So it's definitely planning this convention is really tough. So it's definitely been a difficult time, but there's always plenty of things that can always help and make me feel better. And this is one of them. Obviously, Harleen is one of them, obviously. And no, you don't. And
my mental health is not well, if anyone was wondering.
We're doing our best over here, and yeah, we're doing our best. Dr. Awesome, thank you for asking that. That's really nice of you to ask. Plastic Wars says, can you please do a Star Wars Jango Fett video, and will you do another giveaway? Well, Plastic Wars, I just did a giveaway, so that was fun. I think I'll do more on these live streams like that, just fun little ones like this, and then every once in a while maybe I'll do a big one too, where I'll give away a figure or something live on the channel. So yeah, definitely. Oh, Bruce over here says, you've worked so hard to get your channel to this stage, Jared. Deserve every success that comes your way. Dude, Bruce, you're just like literally the nicest person. Like, you always are just saying the nicest stuff ever. Bruce, thank you so much for everything. You're awesome. You are awesome. You're the man. But a Jango Fett video. Actually, you know what? I did do a whole video that was kind of around Jango Fett. If you watch the video I did about combining your photos, it's only one photo. Actually, there's a couple, but mainly the main focus in that is Jango. So there you go. So yeah. Oh, Shrote Wheels in the live chat says, my question is, how do you build the bridge of being kind and successful at the same time? Well, that's a very interesting question. In my opinion, if you're kind and you love what you do, I think you'll probably be way more successful than if you are not kind. I guess, if you're kind and you're kind to people for the most part will want to be kind to you back a lot more. So I said, just be kind all the time.
Trust no one.
Be kind all the time, for sure. Be kind and love everybody, I guess.
Be kind and trust no one.
No, that's not.
Sorry,
that's not true
this.
at all. Okay, so James Gaultier, who's also often in the live chat a lot. Oh, Toy Stories just said the mailman dropped off his patch now. Great. Well, let me know what you stick it on, dude. I'd love to see that. And you know what? Sonic Burst just threw this thing in the live chat. Did anyone watch Sonic 2 yet? You know what? I saw Sonic 2. and it was freaking awesome. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was better than the first one. I loved it. I'm not a big Sonic fan or anything. I'm a big Jim Carrey fan, but Sonic was awesome. Sonic is awesome. So James says, if I send you a Gundam or a Gunpla figure, can you take an awesome shot with it? Well, I did do a picture of a Gundam once, a very long time ago. It was for this contest that Bulkster's Black Series was doing, and it was really fun. I mean, Gundam is not my thing, and to be honest, James, you better off keeping your Gunplas and loving them because you will appreciate them more than I would. But I did once quite a long time ago. If you scroll way back, it's back there. It's back there. TCW is on here and send it in a super chat, dude. Thank you so much. You are so way too freaking nice, man. Thank you so much for always being so nice. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, TCW. You're the man. Thank you. Oh, Commander Rage said I just saw that Gunpla image you did. Thanks. Yeah, it's not my best in my opinion. It's not my best. My best photo I've done, but it is kind of cool and it was fun to do something different. So thanks, James, for sending that one in. So Mix Pick Toys says, why did you start toy photography? What was the reason? Honestly, like I was saying before, once you see it on, I mean, I was a collector, and once you see the amazing work that the other toy photographers are doing, you're like, wow, I want to do that. That is so freaking cool. That is so awesome. So yeah, that was it. Just seeing what other people did. Oh, Figgy's got to go. Have a great night, Figgy. Thank you so much, and I'll send you a DM about this, about your patch. I gotta send you one. Actually, sorry, about your pin that you won. Sonic Burst says you should do a Super Smash Brothers toy photography. You know what? I had an idea to do that a while back, and I never did, and I should have. And then someone else did a photo of like the same exact idea I had, and it was probably better than I would have done. So, I should definitely do that. Definitely. So Joe Young says, while I'm still getting started, I have experience with black powder and cannons. I'm learning so much Sirdork at first. Anyone can use my... That's so cool. Well, Joe, that's awesome. And you know what? I've done a little bit of shooting with black powder a long time ago, and I haven't anymore because I can't. It's hard for me to get a hold of it. I haven't been able to get it. But it is really fun to do it. It's quite the fun, explosive thing to try. Okay, so next is from Dark Scythe. Tanner is awesome dude. And he says, what are your thoughts on the most recent Hasbro reveals? Actually, you know what? I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on them. I mean, I saw them, and if I think about it, I know there was a lot of really cool Marvel Legends stuff revealed that a lot of people seem quite excited for. And they look great. Some of the Spider-Man stuff looks cool. And some of the Venom stuff looks really cool. There's a lot of characters that I'm just not familiar with. They look cool, and some of the Peter Parker stuff, like the MCU Peter, Tom Holland, they look amazing. I did have something that I thought was kind of interesting, it was the packaging. Is it just me, or is the packaging different? And you know what? I'm gonna pull it up. Where is it? I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna see if anyone else agrees with me. Is it because so Hasbro Pulse? So the packaging is different, right? Because like this. So is this what the packaging is gonna look like? There's not. You can't see the figure anymore. It's just an image on the package. You know what I mean? The figure looks great. But is it just me, or is this for promotional reasoning, or what? Packaging is different. They want to get away from the plastic window. That's very interesting. I wonder what their reasoning is for that. And is that because, like, is it more cost effective if they use cardboard with the printing as opposed to the plastic clear window? I'm curious. I'm quite curious. I don't really like that. I would prefer to see it, to be honest. Kevin Cornell says they're going plastic free. You think it's like an environmental thing? Like, it's better for the environment to have less plastic? If that's the case, then yeah, then I totally save the earth. Okay, then you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for it if that's the case. I'm all for it if that's the case. I like I said, I would rather see it because every once in a while, depending on some figures, you want to get one. You want to look at it and see if it's a good one. You know, 'cause sometimes they're not. So okay, that's cool. Collectors are so pissed about it. You know what? Big deal. Get over it. It's not. There's a lot of other. A lot of other figure companies that don't do that. You know, like Band Presto. You know, they don't have any windows on their stuff. There's a lot of things. And it might even be cheaper. I get it. So okay, I wasn't sure because I saw this and I didn't really look too far into it, but who knows? I might see it in person and I might think it looks really cool. So Commander Rager says plastic free packaging, but there's a ton of plastic inside the box. That's true. I mean, I guess it's still less plastic than before. The kind of packaging is going to boost views for reviews. That's true. So yeah, it is quite interesting, and I'll have more of a judgment, I think, once I see it in person. So yeah, I think it's interesting. If it is all in the attempt to be better for the environment, I'm all for it. So okay, so Tanner, that's what I think. Thanks for sending that one in. Yeah, thanks for sending that one in. Infernal Hippo says the odd thing is the prices got higher after the new packaging. Yeah, that is weird, and yeah, I know there's been a lot of controversial things about how the way Hasbro's been doing things lately. Some things good, some things not so good, but you know what? If it's not so good, then I just won't buy as much. So in a way, that's good for me and my being responsible. And if they're noticing sales are down because of it, then hopefully they'll change. So yeah. Definitely an interesting conversation for sure. Rick Shiro says, where do you get your cracker balls? There's none here in Quebec from me. Or for you. So I buy all of my fireworks so I live in upstate New York, and if I drive about 4 hours south, I'll get to like a little less than 4 hours. I'll get to the border of New York and Pennsylvania. And so in Pennsylvania, the laws for selling and using fireworks are a lot less strict. So right around the border there's a lot of fireworks shops and a lot of really big fireworks shops. So it's a great place to go. And I usually drive down, take a road trip. I'll spend like $100 and stock up on fireworks they usually will last me a while. I'm actually starting to run low, so we're gonna have to do road trip soon. And I'll probably make a whole video about like getting this stuff. Excuse me. So that's where I go. Excuse me. And so what I would recommend in buying fireworks are different for everybody. And I go in great detail if you watch any of like my firework videos about tutorials about fireworks explosive. But it's best to try and do things locally. I would do a Google search to see if there are any fireworks shops near you, or to see if you know, the next state over, if you live in the US, if the next state over they have more fireworks there, or the laws are different, and maybe you take a road trip, something like that. That's the best way to do it, is to do your research about where you live. So Sam the Man says all of the locations of those crackling balls were about 2 hours away. When I got there in Tampa, I bought 10 bags. There you go. So 2-hour drive to Tampa worked for Sam. That's awesome. Yeah, it's all about where you live, unfortunately. I mean, I could tell you right where I get them, but go to Big Daddy Fireworks on exit 124 on Route 88. You know, right on the border of Pennsylvania and New York. Oh, sorry, not Route 180, Route 81. So there you go. Yeah, just go southbound on 81. You'll find it. It's easy. That's where I go, but it's different for everybody. Joe Young says, Sirdork, I'm close to the border of South Carolina, so I know how you feel. So there you go. You know, Joe, you know exactly what's going on. Doctor says, hey, Jared, I just got the Tamashii Nation's Naruto. What should I do? You know, you should do some cool, like, awesome. I mean, I've only watched a handful of Naruto, but try to do some shadow clone jutsu. Take a bunch of shots and edit them together to make a shadow clone jutsu shot. Whatever they do. That'd be cool. All right. Thanks, Rick Shiro. That was a fun question. I love talking about fireworks. So, next question. So, What's Up Danger has 2 questions. So, what's up, Danger? What's up, Danger? says, when does photography stop? When too much digital elements are used? This is a fun question. So, when does photography stop when too much digital elements are used? So, well, I would say that photography is art. Photography is art, and so creating art digitally is a form of art too. And sometimes, you can enhance your art by editing things digitally or adding things digitally. And whatever makes you happy, and whatever avenue you take to make your art the best it can be is awesome. Whether that be doing things practically or doing things digitally or whatever. Like if you watch, Avengers, Avengers Endgame, there's a lot of digital stuff in that movie, and it's awesome. That movie's awesome. All of the Doctor Strange coming out of portals and all these people coming out of portals. That's not practical because portals aren't real. And it's still awesome. It's still so cool. I definitely think it's two different forms of art. If you achieving things practically is one way to make art, or achieving a certain effect digitally is one way to make art. I think they're both awesome, and I don't think either way is better than another way. As long as you're able to achieve the art that you want to make, it's awesome. And they're both very, doing things practically is definitely a art and a skill and a craft that is awesome. And same thing, doing things digitally, that is a art and a craft and a huge valuable skill. So I'm into both. I'm into both. I think, if you see a lot of my work, I do a lot of things practically, but then I do a lot of alterations to those practical things digitally in Photoshop. I'll take a bunch of pictures of real explosions, but then I'll put them all together digitally. So I like to do a combination of both, So that's a really interesting question. I do really like talking about that. But I think whatever's that. I don't think doing things digitally is cheating or anything like that. I think I wish I knew more about digital stuff, honestly. So then I could do more of that, whatever I can do to make my picture cooler. And so he also has pretty much a follow-up question. It says, what's your take on practical effects or diodes as opposed to using things digitally? I don't think either one is better. If you like doing things practically and capturing things in camera, that's awesome, and that's a crazy, great, valuable skill and craft right there. If you would like to take a picture and then add it in digitally, your environment and everything else digitally, that's awesome. That's a crazy, awesome craft and valuable skill right there to doing it digitally. I think they're both great. It's two completely different ways to achieve art, and I'm into both. I'm into both. And the only reason I do more things practically is because I don't know how to do a lot of digital stuff. If I knew more digital things, I'm learning a lot every day. But if I was better at digital things, who knows? I'd probably do more digital. It's just however you'd like to do it, It's all up to you. So I think that's a really interesting thing to talk about. Very, very interesting. So what's up, Danger? Thanks for sending that in. Next is for Christian's Toy Realm. Actually, Christian, I need to take a drink. Whew, talking a lot. Whew. Okay, so Christian's Toy Realm says, do you have a pyrotechnic tutorial for toy photography? Yes, I do. I definitely do. I have a couple. I have one that's specifically on sparklers. I have one on using a jetpack, and then I have one that's all about explosions. It's called Explosion Tutorial. Boom. Explosion Tutorial. Yeah, I would definitely. I made it somewhat recently too, and it has everything I know about pyrotechnics and camera settings for pyrotechnics and settings and where to get stuff. It's all in there. So if you go to the tutorial playlist, it's under Explosion. It says Explosion Tutorial, Christian. Definitely, man. So actually, Lawrence was talking about the digital as opposed to practical. It says both are good. Old school developers used practical effects in photos. We now have more digital effects available. Yeah, the art has evolved. Art has evolved. And in movies, when you see things done practically, as long as they do it right practically, great. If you see things done digitally with CG and stuff in movies, awesome. As long as it looks great, looks great. I think, whatever looks great, I'm all for everything. Joe says, with pyrotechnics, it's all in the timing. That's for sure. I mean, with pyrotechnics, what I would do is just take lots of photos. So you get a photo from the beginning of your thing blowing up, and then to the end, you get lots of it, so you can use everything. Lots of photos. Bursts of photos. Jorge, how's it going? Jorge, by the way, Venom and Toxin, neither of them are in here right now, so they'll probably be here soon. Earlier in the stream, one of them was playing with a ball out there, making a ton of noise, and you could probably hear it, so... RJ says, I almost used your jetpack asset in my last post, but didn't look right. That's fine. I mean, yeah, they probably won't work with everything, but yeah, awesome. Okay. So thanks, Christian, for sending that question in. Next is from Infernal Hippo, which is, what a great name. Can you imagine just like this awesome flaming hippo? Awesome. What's your favorite color scheme to shoot? This is so funny. So Infernal Hippo, I can tell you are from the UK because you have two very UK exclusive spellings of words in your sentence. Favorite and color, both with U's. And you know what? That's awesome. Because we don't put a U in those two words in the US. I don't know why. Or maybe you're not from the UK or somewhere in that area. But that's funny seeing both spellings like that in one sentence. That's funny. Favorite color scheme to shoot? I don't know. I don't think I have a specific color scheme that I will choose. I definitely, whenever I edit and do my photos, I end up making things really vibrant. I like super bright, vibrant stuff. I mean, just look at the blues and pinks and reds in this video right now in my shirt. I do really like vibrant colors and stuff. So usually when I edit, you'll very rarely see me shoot like a very dull, like more dark black and white. Like I like big bright colors. So I guess that's my answer to that. Aussie Action Fig says, I remember using film cameras back in the day, and after 24 shots, you had to change cartridges. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, my experiences with cameras like that are getting disposable cameras. As a kid, I got a lot of disposable cameras from CVS. That would be really fun. Toy photography with a disposable camera. Oh man, we should do that. I should do a video. That would be so fun. Toy photography with a disposable camera and then getting them printed and trying to do explosions. Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. I'm going to do that this summer. That sounds so cool. Doesn't that sound fun, babe?
What?
A video of using a disposable camera for toy photography.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
I'm totally going to do that. That sounds so fun. Commander Rager says, I have a question for you. How many action figures do you think you have? I should do that in count sometime. We're probably around 500 or so.
Probably more.
I don't know, something like that. A lot to think about. Like that's a lot. So yeah, that sounds fun. Disposable camera toy photography. Yeah, that's gonna happen. All right, next question is from Woody's Toy Box. Woody says, what method do you use to clean figures after using them for an outside shot? Well, I have this very, very precise, meticulous, careful, just very, very difficult cleaning process. No, I just rinse them off in the sink. I just turn the sink on and go rub them off. Sometimes I'll take my sponge and clean them off with a sponge, and that'll be it. And then I'll just put them down on the counter until they dry, and then I'll put them away. That's about it. Or if I'm outside, I run them under the hose. That's about it. Linda says, I soak them in a bubble bath of Dawn. You know what? As long as you get some nice warm water, Linda, I bet you the figures love that. They probably get, they have the shoot, and then they get into the bubble bath, and they're like, oh, thanks so much, Linda, for giving me this nice bath. They probably love it. Sonic Burst says, have you ever made a custom action figure? Totally. Lots of them. Soon I'm going to make a custom action figure of myself with packaging and everything. I just, actually today, I bought all of the stuff to make the custom Jared Sirdork action figure. And I'm really excited to do it. Really excited. Doctor says you should do a Q&A with the chat. I will. Actually, once I'm done with all these questions, I'm going to go and just talk with you guys in the chat. Absolutely. I love doing that. For sure. So, next question is from Super Pufferfish. Says, from Super Pufferfish, do you have any tips on figure storage or shelving or anything like that? I mean, I guess that's all totally your call. I mean, some people like to store in bins. Some people like to actually display. We display everything. Really, there's not a whole lot that we don't display. But I have these really great shelves from IKEA. And actually, from what I think the very first stream I did for the Sirdork Live thing, the very first stream I did was like collector tips. These are some great shelves and stuff, and I think that was one of the topics. And yeah, we got these really great shelves from IKEA. They're not the normal Detolf. They are glass, but they're like, they don't have covers on them. They're really great shelves. So yeah, go to IKEA if you have one near you. You can get some really great, nice looking shelves for a pretty decent price, you know, considering what you're getting. We had to drive down to New Jersey, and we spent a good pretty penny on. Actually, it wasn't too bad. We spent a lot less than we thought. I was ready to drop some money on shelves because like we're getting a new house. Let's get some nice shelves, and we ended up spending like under $400. It was like 300 something for when we have a lot of shelves. If you watch the collection, I did a whole collection tour. All of the shelf information is in that video. So yeah. Fighter Flight says, I have a 3-year-old. Glass shelves are a no-no. Yeah, that's something, you know, when we have a kid someday, that's going to be something to consider. We're going to have to do some changes. H. Green Harold says, hey, Jared, how are you, man? Hope everyone in the chat is doing good. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Harold. Thanks for being here. You're the man. All right, so let's move on to the next questions. So, let's see here. Toy Pick says, why did you start toy photography? I know I answered this a couple times today. But yeah, once you see the photos and other toy photographers on Instagram, boom, all the motivation and inspiration's right there. You know, it's just amazing to see what people do. Same thing to PCA2 photo. How'd you get into the art form? Yeah. Once you see the stuff on Instagram, you're just like, wow, there are a lot of amazing artists out there. It's so inspiring. Yeah. Joe Young says, I think what I want to do is make some still photos, make a comic book. That sounds awesome. That sounds so cool. R3 has some good. It says, I'm one of the toy photographer heretics that doesn't display anything. I use them specifically for photos, then they go in plastic bins, and I keep a spreadsheet on which figure is in which bin. That's so cool. R3, I think that's so cool that you even have a spreadsheet to know where that's you. I bet you have like the most organized and clean house. I can just tell by the fact you have a spreadsheet on which figure is where. You probably have such an organized, clean, like that's awesome. I think that's so cool. That's so cool. Doctor says, you inspired me to be a toy photographer and I wish I could donate, but I don't have any money. Doctor, I want to be clear to everyone right now. Just the fact that you're here in this live stream is all the support I could ever ask for. So thank you so much, Doctor, for being here and just watching. That's huge right there. That's awesome. You're amazing. So don't ever feel bad about being here and watching and supporting my channel. Whew, okay, I need another drink. Whew, Jorge says, yes, and you inspire many people as well. It is a viral hobby. Yes, it is. That's a great way to think of it. It is a viral hobby. It really, really is. Echo Brick says, what is your favorite figure? And you know what? Usually I would say this old Black Series figure that I've had for a long time. I think this guy is my favorite. Right here. is my Hot Toy patrol trooper. And as you can see, you can probably already see him a lot in this video. He is basically my Sirdork mascot. He's right down here below, you know, right. I'm sure if I do this, he's right there, and he's right down there, way over here, right there. He's like the Sirdork guy, and I think it's cool. It just kind of happened that way. I was like, you know what, this is my guy. And also, I really like him too because you don't see this trooper a lot elsewhere. So I feel like it's a unique trooper it's a unique thing from Star Wars that not a lot of people really use a whole lot. So I think that's another thing that I really like about him. He's unique. You know, you don't see him a whole lot. Oh, Doctor says, can you say hi to my little brother? He helped me in my first shots. Yeah. Hey, Doctor's brother. So yeah, Joseph, I'm really loving this how I'm grabbing questions from here and on here at the same time. But Joseph says, what's the most photogenic Power Ranger figure? Honestly, the SH Figuarts Power Rangers, it's amazing. They came out years ago, but they're still some of the best figures they've ever done. They're so good. And I used them in my last Instagram post on the, you know, them all behind the lights. Those are all SH Figuarts Power Rangers. So Mo Bricks over here on the screen says, what's your favorite cartoon of all time? Anime or regular? Anime and regular. So what's my favorite anime? Well, the anime that has stuck with me and been the most influential in my life is definitely Dragon Ball. That's, you know, I remember watching that as a kid on Toonami and just thinking it was just the coolest. Like, I couldn't believe how cool this thing is. Like, this is so cool. And so that's definitely been the most influential. It's probably Dragon Ball Z specifically. And Piccolo was my favorite as I watched growing up. Piccolo is my favorite, but as I watch now, Goku is my favorite. Even though, like, there's one thing about Goku that I really hate is that he cares so much more about, you know, training than his own family, which I hate that about him. And that's the only. So besides that, I think Goku's really great because he's always incredibly. There's a lot of factors in his character that are very similar to Superman, where he cares about people and he's willing to give people, even though they're like his enemies, give them a second chance. Like that, his best friend Vegeta was somebody that literally tried to kill him back in the day, but he still saw hope in him, and now they're best friends. And Vegeta is a changed person, and he is a good person, and that's because Goku saw that hope in him, and I love that. I'm not gonna get too much into that, but I don't know. Maybe the Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars. That's another cartoon I really love. Ed, Edd and Eddy was like my favorite cartoon watching as a kid. I love Ed, Edd and Eddy. So yeah, just to name a few. Toy Mirth says he likes Krillin. Cracks me up. Love Krillin. Yes.
No.
And I love Krillin. Krillin's a great dude. He's definitely not the most powerful, but he's a good dude. And you know what? He knows he's not the most powerful, but he still fights for his family and for his friends. And I love that. And if you watch it in Dragon Ball Super, Krillin is like, he does some good work in Dragon Ball Super. He kicks some butt. And he knows he's not the most powerful, but he does some good work. And that, like, in the big tournament in the end, yeah, he does some good work. But really great question someone asked. Infernal Hippo says, how old are Venom and Toxin? They are, I think they're 7, right?
They're babies.
they are babies. But I think this year they'll be turning 8.
No, they're babies.
And Toxin's birthday is in October, and Venom's is in June. So Venom's coming up, I think. I'll have to look on their papers. But yeah, they'll be 8 soon. They're healthy young lads, and they'll be around forever. Great question, Infernal Hippo. Toybox says Krillin is Charlie Brown with superpowers. That's great. Okay, let's go to the next question. This is so much fun, you guys. I love doing this. We're All Aliens. What a great name. We're All Aliens says, When did you realize you wanted to be a professional photographer? Actually, you know what? I know the answer to that. So, for so long, I had been doing toy photography for a good 3 years or so before things really started to like occur to me. Like, okay, this is something. This is really something that I need to pursue. So I had about, I think, probably 8,000 followers on Instagram at the time, and there was one video, and this is when I started the YouTube channel. And the person who convinced me to start it is right there, and
That's me.
Yep. And so I started making videos too about the photos, and one of the videos started going viral on Reddit, and it got on the first page, and it was people were just saying really mostly just really mean things, bad things, which was okay because it's it's any talk is good talk, and so that's what was boosting the post. And so this company called Bored Panda, this page, they reached out and they're like, hey, we want to make a video with your videos. Is that okay? And I was like, sure. And so they posted it on Facebook, and it went super crazy viral on Facebook. Millions and millions of views. And, so many people were tagged in it. I'm sure many of you guys probably were tagged in it and probably got annoyed and like, oh my gosh, I've been tagged in this stupid video on Facebook so many times of this kid taking pictures of toys. And, and so it went viral, and my follower count on Instagram went from like 8,000 to like 35,000. And when that happened, I was like, okay, I need to flip a switch and get serious about this stuff, because I never really thought I was that good at it. Maybe I am now. I should embrace it. Maybe I'm actually better at this than I thought I was. And I felt very hopeful, and I got serious about it. I was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. And that was really cool. So thanks, Bored Panda, for doing that. And that was crazy. Oh, Doctor says I'm eating bacon pierogies right now. Oh, yeah. Dude, that sounds awesome. That sounds really good. And Animation Club says I'm eating nothing right now. You know what? Today I actually went to drive through and I got Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in a couple of years, and it was great. That's great. Yeah, that was great. It was great. It was good. It was good stuff. I got the Chicken King. It was good. Crimson Viper over here says, what has been the most frustrating shot to get that turned out good enough that you shared it online? That's a really great question. Actually, I did a photo yesterday that I will not be posting. It was a great learning experience. I learned a lot, and I'm trying something very, very new that I've never done before. And I learned a lot, and I think I know what to do now. And I'll probably share it on here someday, maybe I'll make a whole YouTube video on the process. But let's see, something I ended up posting. Frustrating shot. Well, this shot I ended up breaking my camera doing. I think I've told this story before, but I don't know if you remember, but I took a shot of Aquaman riding a shark, like basically surfing on a shark. And this is a photo I'm still quite proud of. I really like this photo. It's Aquaman riding a shark. Awesome. And I did this crazy setup of him hanging with a wire over a real waterfall and everything. And it was all set up with the water, and it was great. And I accidentally knocked it all over. Everything went into the water, and I dunked my camera right in the water. And I was like, oh God. And for the rest of the day, the camera worked. It worked great, and I ended up getting a shot and a bunch of other shots. And then towards the end of the day, the camera was not working. And it broke, and I had to buy a new one afterwards. And Joe Young says, great photo. Thanks. And Commander Ray. Okay, so you guys know what photo I'm talking about. It was summer of 2020. Pretty sure. Yeah, and the camera broke. Blah, blah, blah. And luckily the photos were okay. The memory card was good. But yeah, that was it. That was the end of that camera. And so I retired it. And so, but that's okay. Jorge says, FUBAR camera. Yes. It definitely was effed up beyond all recognition. That's true. And but the photo I was quite proud of, and still am. And so, Toybox says your T6. Yes, that was the one. Yep, it broke, and so now I'm using a Sony. Which is a completely different story. Philip says, what camera do you see for toy photographers and video? I know you use a Sony. I mean, I am using a Sony right now and I love it, but doesn't mean I don't think camera or Canon or is great, or Nikon or whatever works for you, for sure. I'm really loving my Sony A7 III. I think it's awesome. I love it a lot. So that's what I would recommend. But I also, if you've watched my gear video, which has a lot of views, which is really awesome, thank you everybody. The camera I'm recommending is the Canon Rebel T6. I'd still recommend that. It's awesome. It's a great camera to start with. Definitely. For sure. You guys are all talking about cats in there. That's my Mando says, I love my indoor cat, but the outside cats drive me nuts when shooting. Ha! That's so funny. Yeah, every once in a while when I set up a photo upstairs or something, I have to put Venom, like, in a room for, like, a couple minutes because he'll just ruin everything. He gets, like, Venom gets this, like, attitude where, like, he does something that he knows I don't like because I tell him to stop and I pick him up and throw him. And then he'll keep doing that because he knows it gets a rise out of me and it gives him attention. And he'll keep doing it over and over. It's like, Venom, stop. He just likes the attention. And so I have to, like, put him in the bathroom for, like, 10 minutes while I take the photo, and then I let him out. Come on. Venom. All right, so Crimson Viper, thank you for sending that question in. So Mr. Dialdo says, what about the bootleg AliExpress for an army of stormtroopers? I would say, yeah. If you're trying to make an army of stormtroopers, and you're okay with buying figures that you know are not official and are bootlegged from AliExpress, and they're cheaper, but you just want to do, make an army, yeah, go for it. Go to AliExpress and buy a bunch of cheap stormtroopers. Go for it. Go for it. Definitely go for it. For sure. And, yeah, they're cheaper. As long as you're okay with it, Lego Nerd says, when are you making a video what you do for bullets? Actually, you know what? I do have a gun kind of muzzle flare effect I talk about in the sparkler tutorial. So yeah, there you go. Oh, Animation Club says, what's your favorite season for toy photography? And you know what? It's the summer. Actually, I do enjoy spring too. But yeah, the summer. Winter, it's too cold. It's the worst month. It's cold and snowy and just miserable. The fall, I do like the fall, but nice hot warm summer is the best for me. And I know it's different depending on where you live, but that's it. R3 has another really great comment. It says, cameras these days are so capable and good at every price point. Best to just get one that meets your needs, whether it's eye autofocus for portraits or shots for 1 second for action. Yeah. To be honest, the eye autofocus is great. The Sony I have right now is great, and it comes in handy a lot when I'm taking pictures of her over there. It's really nice. And my old camera did not have that. Linda says, I bought a bunch of cheap troopers before I got my troopers. Now the old ones are used for dead troopers. That's great for I having dead ones. Yeah, that's really great. Yes. That's my Mando says, but Star Wars scenes cover all seasons. Yes, they do. Winter, summer, no matter where you are, Star Wars fits. I love that. Milo Studs says, what's your favorite and least favorite part about toy photography? My favorite part about toy photography is the fact that it is for everybody, and I love trying to share it with the world so more people can do it because I love it. It's a creative outlet that people you didn't know you had, and I love it. And it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, what you're into, what your experience is. It's for you. It's for you. I love that. And my least favorite part about toy photography. My least favorite part. I mean, I love all the aspects. I love the editing process. I love the physical taking it. I love the posting process.
The cold.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is when and that's just me and where I am. But when it's the winter, that's when toy photography is the hardest for me because I like to shoot outside, and the cold winter is tough, and it just feels so long for me. It's just I hate it. Oh, Linda says time to hydrate. Thank you. Yes, I do need that reminder. Whew, okay, and I am drinking water. It's liquid death water. So don't worry, it's not a brewski or something. Joe Young says pokeberries look like blood and guts on the figures. I don't even know what pokeberries are, but that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. So Alvaro says, what kind of toys do you receive on Christmas? I guess it's different now because I'm very, very fortunate to be in the position to where if I want an action figure, I will buy it myself. But all the people that my loved ones, Harleen and like my mom and my brothers, they very much support my hobby of collecting and toy photos and will often buy me stuff, figures that I want for Christmas and my birthday, and that's awesome. So just the fact that to have loved ones that will do that for you is great. So yes, I'll say yes to that. And Doctor also says, these are some great questions in the live chat. It says, Jared, Rockstar or Monster? Actually, I like both. I try everything, but my favorite energy drinks that I like to get are Reign, which is owned by Monster. So I would say Monster in that case. I love Reign energy, even though they stopped making my favorite flavor. Man, you guys are just throwing such great stuff in the live chat. Best time to shoot. I love the magic hour outside shooting at 5 o'clock. So it says Lego Nerd. 5 to 6 o'clock, depending on the time of year, right when the sun's going down. And R3 says, I like toy photography because of the fans and community of it. I think we are way more positive to other photographers and fans compared to landscape and photo portrait communities. Yeah, the community is amazing. Just look at this. Everyone who's here right now, how awesome it is. I love being here with you guys. It's the best ever. Toy Box says, when shooting action shots in the sun with the BAM, is it better to turn up the ISO for light or the f-stop, because I want to blur the background but crispy blast? Okay, so I would say, Toy Box, keep the ISO down as much as possible all the time. The higher you turn your ISO, basically you're also turning down the quality of your image. Because when you turn up the ISO, it's basically you're artificially making your camera work harder to make it lighter, which will in turn pretty much turn the quality down. When your ISO is really high, you'll notice the quality and the crispness of your image will just get down more. So when you're shooting in the sun, just get as much sunlight as possible, which means you don't have to mess with your settings so much to get that light. The light's already there from the sun. And so yeah, when you turn your f-stop up, that'll also brighten things too, but it'll also blur the background out. So yeah, if you turn your f-stop to a lower amount, yeah, you'll the stuff right around your figure will be very crisp, but then the background will be nice and blurred. So yeah. Whew. TCW says, will you ever do some wrestling figure photography like mine? I probably will. I don't see myself ever venturing into wrestling stuff. I don't really have that interest with wrestling. I mean, not that I don't think it's cool when I see your shots and other people do it. Yeah, just not into it personally. So I probably won't. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate when you do it, man. I love when you do it, and I think it's awesome. But just not a fan of wrestling. That's just me. Lego Nerd says, when will you make a tutorial? I plan on trying to do one tomorrow. So I try to do one every week. I like how you worded that. When will you make a tutorial? already. It's like, sorry, I'll do one quicker. What's my Mando says? That's my Mando says. Good question to Jorge. I gotta find Jorge's question. Where I missed it. Jorge. Jorge says, will we have a cosplay contest and activities? For May the 4th? Sorry, maybe I'm missing totally, but if you want some amazing cosplay stuff, you know where to go. Sweetheart Harley on Instagram.
Woo! I do custom work too.
Yep, and the photos are great too because I took them, and mostly because it's her in it. But I do that. But will I have any May the 4th activities? Wow, May the 4th really is coming up quick. Is there a stream around May the 4th? So actually, yeah, you know what? I'll have to do something very Star Wars related for May the 4th. That for the stream happening on May the 4th. I'll definitely have to do something fun for that. Talk about Obi-Wan, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out. That'll be really fun. All right, let's go to the next question. Here we go. We are moving right along here. So first is from Figure Battles. You know what? I love this question. We were kind of having a debate about this earlier. Figure Battle says, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? So I thought this was quite easy. If 100 duck-sized horses would be way easier than fighting one horse-sized duck. Can you imagine fighting one horse-sized duck? That would be terrifying. That duck would probably just rip you apart. That'd be terrifying. A duck-sized horse, it can fly. It's huge. It's got a massive beak that's going to tear you apart. There's no way you could have any chance against one horse-sized duck. Oh my gosh, no way. So I would definitely love to. I mean, if I had to choose, 100 duck-sized horses would be easy. Just kick them all out of the way. It might not be easy, but it would be way better than one horse-sized duck. That's huge. A giant duck. Whew. Yeah. Aussie Bruce says best question of the day. Yeah, 100 duck-sized horses for sure. Yeah, I agree. That's my Mando. I agree. Lego Nerds, you're throwing some really great questions in here, since Lego Nerds, and everybody is. So I'm gonna answer your question, Lego Nerds. How do you make backgrounds? That's a great. There's so many ways. I like to just go outside and find a background that way. Just whatever I can find outside. You know, whether that be a landscape or my deck or having the sun in the background or the grass or whatever. Just go outside and find a free background, just like that. Or you can use your computer screen as a background, you know? You could get a diorama. Just tons of stuff. So Lego Nerds, go to my indoor photography tutorial or my winter photography tutorial. I have a whole bunch of great ideas for backgrounds in there, for sure. But, RJ Sub says, if you can tame the horse-sized duck and ride him anywhere, that would be huge. And actually her answer was just like, be friends with it. And yes, I would like to be friends with it too. But the question was, in a fight, would you rather do that? So, yeah, I would definitely choose 100 duck-sized horses. Joe Young says, what do you think about ferns? I think ferns are a great plant. It's a great natural plant, great for toy photography. There you go. This Day Off says, will you ever do another collaboration video like the video you did with Nostalgic Adam and Sweetheart Harley? I enjoyed that video. I'm so glad. That was so much fun. I absolutely love doing collaborations, and I think it's so much fun. I love it. I'm in kind of a position where it's kind of difficult for me to do collaborations now, and I mean, it's a great problem to have. So anytime if I were to do like a collaboration with somebody, the thing that really sucks is usually if I'll do one, I'll get a lot of really curious and I'll get a lot of requests to do more collaborations with other people, and which is so awesome and exciting and so cool that all these people want to do collaborations with me. But I just don't have the time to say yes to everybody, and I just hate saying no. And like doing it with somebody else, but not with this person, and I just think that's just not fair to choose who I want to do collaborations with, because I can't do them with everyone, unfortunately. So I've kind of just come to the point where I'm like, I just can't do any, because I would rather not do any with anyone than just choose people and then say no to others and say yes to some. So I just don't really do them anymore, which is tough. It's definitely tough. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do that again. But yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. I hate saying no. So Collector117 says, any plans to visit LA, like Comic-Con or something? I've always really wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I know that Star Wars Celebration is in Anaheim this year. I would love to go to Star Wars Celebration. Never gone. But yeah, I mean, my brother lives in California. I think more towards San Francisco. So one of these days I'll have to go. He has an apartment out there now. He's been kind of like going back and forth to different places for years, but now he's got a very permanent place. So yeah, I would love to go to California again sometime, for sure. Oh, Toybox says, what if you made a contest for it? Like, so the winner of the contest does a collab with me or something? That does sound cool. That sounds really cool, actually. But I don't know. That kind of thing, like, I have trouble doing something like that in my own head, because I'm like, the winner gets to do a collab with me, and it makes me feel like I'm being like self-righteous and being like, the winner gets the honor and pleasure to do a collab with me. And I feel like full of myself doing, I feel uncomfortable doing stuff like that. So I don't know if I would ever do it. Oh, Doctor says, sends in a super chat, says, how's it going, Jared? Just wanted to support you, and sends a super chat. Doctor, thank you so much. That's so nice. And like I said before, you just being here in the live stream is supporting me, and so that's just a huge thank you so much. That's super nice, dude. Thank you very much. Joe Young and someone else was and Lego Nerds was talking about, have you tried using toy trees? I use sticks. I go outside and I put sticks in the ground, and those look like trees. That's what I like to do. Yes, and I call it the stick trick. Yes, my favorite. I love the stick trick. Love it. All right, so, and Jorge says, any plans for a tropical vacation? Panama has a nice weather here, and mi casas. Oh, and mi casa es su casa. Bring toxin and venom. Thank you for that, Jorge. I mean, I have no idea, but I mean, who would not want to go to a beautiful place like that? I have no idea. Yes, definitely. Aussie Action Fix says, all the members should do a collab together. That sounds really cool, actually. That sounds really fun. All right, we're nearing the end of the questions on here. So TCW, who I know is in the live chat here, says, what do you think is a good price point for my Patreon? I want to do weekly live stream tutorials. TCW, that is all you, dude. You're choosing the price that you want to have on your Patreon. That's all you, man. I would say, think about it and be like, okay, of all of the things I'm offering in my Patreon, is it worth, like, if anyone joins my Patreon and they pay $10 a month or something, is what I'm giving them really worth $10 a month? That's a question to ask yourself. Like, for mine, like for the membership I have on YouTube, the membership's $5 a month to be a member, and I think about it, I'm like, okay, are the things I'm offering in my membership, is it actually worth $5 a month? And like that's a question you got to ask yourself. And I'm like, that's totally your call, for sure, man. But yeah, just think about it and be like, is what I'm offering, is it worth blank a month? Or think about, or how much is what I'm offering worth? to somebody. Would I want to pay this much money to get this service? Would I pay that for this? So that's what I would say to that. Think about that for sure. Joe says, dude, thank you. You're an inspiration. Pff, Joe, thank you. Thank you, dude. You're awesome. You were awesome. Oh, and La French Doggo says, any advice for phone photography? Actually, in the summer, once it gets nice and all the green things have grown back, I'm going to do another phone tutorial. I did one, and it's one of the most successful videos. It still gets like 200 views every month, which is crazy, and I made it years ago. So I'm going to do another one like that, with my updated, my iPhone 13. I think, that'd be really fun to do a video on just what you can do with the iPhone. So yes, I'll make another video, but if you do want to check the other video I made years ago, I think it's pretty good. I think there's still some good information in there. It's just called iPhone Toy Photography. It's under Toy Photography Basics, I believe. Oh, and Lego Nerds sent a super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your help. Also try Lego photography. I'm not a big Lego collector, and that's why I don't usually do it. I think Lego is awesome. But if you want to see some of the Lego stuff I've done, if you go onto my website, that's where you can find it. Under projects, you'll see it. Which is just sirdork.com for that. Thank you to everyone who's being here. I'm really having such a great night tonight talking with everyone. This is just such a blast for me. Trippin' with Toys says over here on the questions over here says, when shooting multiple figures in one photo, what settings do you use to get them all in focus? You know what? I always think that these are the most challenging types of shots for sure. Like ensemble shots with lots of people, lots of figures in it. That's definitely tough. So if you bring your f-stop, your aperture up to a higher number, so the higher number you get, the more in focus things will get. So if you're shooting at an f1.8, you can have one very precise spot of focus, and then everything else around it will get more and more out of focus. But if you turn it way up to like f10, you're gonna have a lot of stuff in focus, and even your background will become more in focus. And also, if you have a picture where everything's lined up straight like this, you'll have much more luck with them all being in focus, as opposed to them being lined up this way. They'll get more and more out of focus. So if you line them up horizontally like this, you'll have a lot more stuff in focus. If you crank your f-stop up, more stuff will get in focus. But when you crank your f-stop up, your picture will get darker. So that's when you gotta adjust other settings too. So keep your shutter speed slow, so it's so you can have more light coming in to brighten up your photo. So yes, your f-stop at a higher number. The higher the number is, the more stuff will be in focus. For sure. And that's my main. It says place the camera further away from the subject would bring them all in focus. Honestly, that does help. The closer you get to the photo, the depth of field changes, and then other things get more out of focus. So that is 100% right. That's something I struggle with too. And a lot of the times what I do is I'll take a picture of one subject and then another subject separately, and then I'll edit them together to make sure they're both in focus. I do that a lot. Yeah. Sorry, I think I'm almost just about out of water. Okay, we're doing great, guys. We're just under 2 hours right now. We're doing great. So next over here on the right, We're All Aliens sends in another question. Says, can you give me advice about starting in photography? P.S. I'm in my first cycle of it. So, even before starting toy photography, just learning photography, YouTube is so... I can't tell you how much I've learned from YouTube about everything I do. If I want to learn how to change my toilet, piece in the back or something, I'll watch a YouTube tutorial on how to fix my toilet. If I want to learn how to, fix a flat tire, I'm going to look it up on YouTube. Change its car battery, I'm going to look it up on YouTube. If I want to learn how to use my camera, I'm going to look it up on YouTube. So just look up a bunch of YouTube videos, get an understanding about cameras, settings. I mean, on my channel, I have a bunch of stuff very specific to toy photography, so I definitely recommend watching those tutorials. But just in general, as far as cameras and learning how to use them and what all this stuff means, just watch a bunch of YouTube. You'll learn so much. You will learn so much on YouTube about anything you want. So just YouTube for sure. Oh, Lego nerds and doctors. See you later. You guys have a great night. Have a great night, you guys. Or says the can is empty. Get another one. This was my last can. I have a subscription where I get 2 cases every month or so. So gotta wait till I get the next one. Green Beast in live chat says, I'm starting to get better pictures because I watched all of your tips and tricks to get better pictures. So thank you for helping me. Green Beast, thank you for watching them, and I'm so happy that the videos are helping you. That is just awesome. Thank you so much. That's crazy, and I'm so happy that it's helping. Toybox says that Photo Genius on YouTube. I should watch Photo Genius. There's literally endless videos on YouTube that will be helpful. You will never run out of helpful videos on YouTube. There's so much. Oh, Doctor said I'm just saying bye to Lego Nerd. Okay, Doctor's still here. Jorge says YouTube don't have the lotto numbers. We need money. That's true. I mean, a lot of YouTubers, I'm sure, will probably recommend a lot of products that are expensive, but you'll also find a lot of YouTubers and YouTube videos specifically about how to learn photography on a budget. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to. You can, if you had a great phone, you can take some great photos with just your phone. It's amazing how, just the amount of. It's amazing how great cameras are just on your phone. So you can take some amazing photos on a great budget, on a low budget. That's for sure. Doctor says, when is your next live stream? Well, actually, next week is the Sirdork egg challenge. So that's gonna be great. It's gonna be great next week, next Friday. It's gonna be great. YouTube. That's the way to go. Mostly Star Wars says, how did you find out about toy photography and when? It's all Instagram, my friend. Instagram. It's seeing all of the amazing artists on Instagram. And that was in 2014 is when I first started doing it. Commander Rager says, that's due next week. Yes. Yeah, the deadline is Friday. Next Friday. So a week from tomorrow. Commander Razor says, I need eggs. Well, luckily, eggs are not too expensive. Go to the grocery store. You can get a lot of eggs for not a lot of money, which is great because I eat a lot of eggs. I love eggs. Crow T Robot says, do you ever use Funko figures in your pictures? Not a whole lot, but I have done some. You know what? I'm just going to pull them up because I feel like there's been a lot of questions about Lego and Funko stuff, and I'm just going to pull it up. And show you guys exactly what I've done. And I'm going to enjoy it. Window capture. So the best way to find this stuff is if you go on my website. You just go to sirdork.com. Here we go. See? There we go. This is my website. Pretty cool, right? I know. Pretty awesome. You get everything you need here. So if you go to projects up here, and then this basically has all the professional work I've done, features, the workshops, brand affiliations, everything's on here. So if you go to photo work, you'll see everything I've done here. So these are some of the photos that I have done for the Bring Home the Bounty project that I did for Disney over here. So, and you can even see the official posts that if you click on here, so there's the official post, and I took these photos on the Star Wars German thing. So these are photos that I took of some Lego stuff. So that's really cool, and I feel super proud anytime I see those. And so these are some of the Funko ones I did. The Boba Fett and this Boba and Fennec on the shelf one I did, and this Fennec one I did. This one of Luke and Yoda. Wow, Luke and Grogu. I cannot believe I just said that. And then last year I did this one as well, or 2020, with a bunch of Funko as well here for Disney with the Mando Mondays promotion. Like I said, I'm so lucky and fortunate and proud and happy to have been part of these projects. So these are some of the shots I took, and if you click on these links up here, you can see the official posts. So the Funko Mythroll photo, this was my photo on the official thing, which is just amazing, so amazing. So yeah, that is. There's a lot of stuff on there. I put a lot of stuff on the website. So if you're interested, there's a bunch of stuff I've done. And these are even Lego-y photos I did too a long time ago with these Biku, this Biku brand I did a while back. So yeah, very, very happy and proud to share that kind of stuff for sure. And so let me go back over here. And actually, a couple in live chat. So this day off says, I don't often get the chance to join live streams due to my work schedule, but I enjoy it when I do have the chance. With that said, 4 a.m. comes quick. Have a good night. Have a good night this day off. Thank you so much for being here. Doctor says, I think you have converted. Oh, I've commented on a few of my comments, and I love how you actually talked and interact with your viewers. No, I'm the one indebted to you guys for being here and making this channel work, you know. Thank you for watching. And Joe Young says, I would love to explain how to use black powder in the 2-liter bottle caps and fuse with chain explosions. Ooh, that sounds fun. I need to get some more black powder. It's been so long since, years since I tried it. I haven't been able to get a hold of them. Oh, Commander Rager says, hey, saw that photo on your Insta. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Oh, I still have this opened up here. So I do still have a couple more questions left on the thingy. I believe. So, let's see here. Whoa, hang on. There we go. So, these are the last two questions. So, Mr. Schnitzels says, I love your work. How do you keep things so sparkling yet so simple? Well, thank you so much, Mr. Schnitzels. I don't exactly know what you mean. How do I keep things so sparkling yet so simple? Honestly, Mr. Schnitzels, I just go out there and do my best and have fun. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I just do my best and have fun. That's what I do. Thank you, Mr. Schnitzels. That was definitely a great compliment. No one's ever said that my photos are sparkling before. So thank you. Thank you very much. And so Nico says, can you do another tutorial for wiring? Mainly where and how to stick them into your figures? That's a great question. And honestly, like, I don't have any more information than that. And actually, so the wire tutorial, I talk about just about everything I know about where to put them when you're posing. Also, in the tutorial I made about posing, just the posing tutorial, I talk about a lot where to put the wire and where, when you're posing it, where to put the wire in the figure, basically. So, yeah, I honestly, if I were to make another wire tutorial, I would just be repeating all the same things. So that's all. Everything I know is just do your best to put it in a part of the figure where it works. In a crevice, like I usually use like a stick it basically right up in the butt. That's a great way to right up in the butt, and that's what works. So in the butt or in like sometimes the back joints in the back there, that works. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Jorge says, I try an X-Wing. You tried to shoot with an X-Wing and it was educational. That's awesome. I can't believe Hasbro hasn't done a 1/12 X-Wing. Like, what the heck's up with that? I would buy that. I would buy that instantly. I didn't get the snow speeder, but I would love it if they came out with a 1/12 X-Wing. I would love that. So that's all the questions I got on there. I'll just stick around here and talk with you guys, and hey, if anything else comes up, we'll we'll get on tangents and do stuff with that. Go ahead, you guys. Ask me whatever the heck you want. We can talk about whatever the heck you want. I love this. I love this stuff. Oh, Joe Young says, do you use a pellet rifle for your explosions? No. But that sounds fun. You know exactly what I use for my explosions. Just the fireworks. Crackling balls are my favorite. So that's didn't know that was possible. Didn't know that was possible at all. But sounds really fun. That sounds super fun. So actually, I do plan on I plan on having another tutorial for this Sunday to post. Hopefully I'll be able to get one finished, and then hopefully maybe I'll be able to film it tomorrow. I have a bunch of random things that I've kind of like learned and how helpful that they are in my photos. So I might make a top 10 random things that are really helpful in toy photography. So that's what my plan is for this weekend's video. And what was I gonna say? Man, the video that I kind of thought about this during the stream, toy photography with a disposable camera. Oh, that sounds so fun. So fun. Oh, Flight or Flight says wire hangers. Yeah, actually, I will use wire hangers quite often, and actually, that's something I was planning on using in the video. Yeah, if you get coat hangers, wires, those are really helpful because they're really strong. They're really, really strong, and you can hold up some real heavy stuff with those. Gabcat says, what photo should I do with my Figure Arts Monster Arts Godzilla Ultima? Something awesome with some destroyed buildings and fire. Excuse me, that's what I would say. For sure. TCW says, thanks for the tips with my post in the reels, Sirdork, because today's post one got hit 3K in under 6 hours. That's awesome. Wow, congrats. That's really great. That's really, really great. I'm glad to hear that they're doing well. I'm really glad to hear. That could be another tutorial I could do right there. How to make a good TikTok video or something. Even though, I mean, I'm still learning every day on how to make my TikTok videos and stuff good. Still learning. All the time. For sure. Jorge says, any plans for stop motion with Black Series? I know one day I'm going to have to give it a shot. Because if that's something I could get good at, then that would be incredibly a valuable skill. And I am trying some kind of animation right now with something. Not necessarily, it's not really stop motion, but something animated that I can post and have it be, and you know, that's the plan. You'll see. Toybox says, what kind of music do you listen to? Are you a fan of Insane Clown Posse? Not a fan of Insane Clown Posse, but I mean, do you, man, but I'm not something I'm into. I mean, I like a lot of things, but my favorite is I'm a big metal kind of guy, but mostly like very specific like metalcore, but specifically stuff that came out from like 2008 to like 2015. Like that era of like metalcore is my favorite. You know, like August Burns Red and The Devil Wears Prada and Born of Osiris and Within the Ruins. Those are all bands that I really like, and it's only a small handful of those bands are still putting out music, and so thankful to those guys that still are. So that's what I'm into. But other stuff too, like I love really old, I love listening to like 1940s and 1950s music. Absolutely love that. And I love K-pop, and I love Lana Del Rey. Just random stuff, but metal is my go-to for sure. Jorge says, Sirdork, Adventures of Venom and Toxin. I mean, I feel like almost every single video there's a little bit of a cameo from one of those guys somewhere. There's always a Venom or Toxin cameo. Not so far today. None of them have made an appearance. They're probably sleeping on the couch upstairs. So Joe says, I used metal electrical boxes and sticks with wires as the War of the Worlds machines. Whoa, that's cool. That's awesome. So cool. Fight or Flight says, have you watched Moon Knight? Any thoughts? I haven't watched the newest episode yet. I've heard it's really good. we're watching it together. So maybe we can watch the next episode tonight, babe.
Of what?
Of Moon Knight.
Oh,
yeah. All right. But I think it's awesome. I mean, I think Moon Knight is a character I've always known and I've always thought was cool, but I never read in any comics, or I literally know nothing about the character besides the fact that he is Moon Knight and what he looks like. That's it. So I have no real familiarity with him besides that, which is great, because I love that, because then I can go into a series like this with no preconceived expectations or anything. And I think it's awesome, and I think Oscar Isaac is just so... Everything he does, I love it. I love him. He's just so good. He's talented, and he's just always just like charismatic and charming. Like, you always love Oscar Isaac, no matter what he does. He's just so good, and his British accent is so convincing. It's just he's just so good, and so far I think it's cool. I'm not like, I don't think it's the best show ever. In my opinion, I've watched all the Marvel shows, but none of them have really been nearly on the caliber of the Marvel movies, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not a huge Marvel guy, so like I like everything, but I'm not like a super hardcore Marvel fan. So, but like in my opinion, the Star Wars shows on Disney Plus are absolutely on the caliber of the Star Wars movies. But the Marvel shows haven't gotten there for me yet. But I think Moon Knight's awesome. And I can't wait for the next episode, for sure. I'm loving it. TCW says, hence the metal haircut. Yeah, I guess my haircut is kind of metal-y-ish. I need to cut it. I need that. She's got to cut it for me. Oh, hey, Colin's here. Hey, Colin. How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Doctor says, show us your screen and let us watch. What screen of what? My screen right now is just this. Is you. I could totally turn the webcam on the screen right now and then have like an infinity thing going on. Not gonna do that. That's gonna be weird. So Lawrence is liking Moon Knight too. That's cool. Giuseppe says, did you see the Moon Knight MCU Marvel Legends? Looks like it's... Actually, you know what? I did. That looks really good. The Marvel Legends Moon Knight that has been revealed recently, that looks fantastic. That looks really, really good. Fighter Flight says, the action confused me at first being from London. Oh, okay. So, you would know better than I would if it sounds legitimate. But to me, it sounds really good. It sounds really good. So, Val. Hey, Val. How's it going, dude? Says, do you have any sponsorship photo shoots coming up from any toy companies? Yeah. Potentially, there's quite a few that I have that are potentially coming up. Some are in the air. I did have a couple that were going to happen that did not happen, that were a little bit disappointing. One from Disney that I was planning on doing that didn't happen, and not because it was my fault, but sometimes projects as a whole just kind of get canceled, and so that happened. And there's another one that I had a call with that sounded very exciting. And the guy basically said on the call that it's with a very, very major very, very major big retail company with a very major dinosaur-related IP coming up. And I was like, oh, okay, I know what that is. And so that's all he said, but that didn't, that one ended up falling through too, which is like, darn it. But that's okay. It's all right. It's part of the job. But yeah, there are some other ones coming up. But there's, I'm not able to talk about them, unfortunately. And usually not until they are done and over with I can really talk about them. But thanks for asking. I do enjoy talking about that. Alvaro says, have you thought about taking pics of horror movie characters? I don't really collect any horror figures. I've never really been a big horror fan. As a kid, I never got into it because I was way too scared to watch horror movies. If anyone said that this is a scary movie, I'd be like, I don't even want to look at the cover. I'm going to have nightmares because I was so scared of movies like that as a kid. But nowadays, I mean, it probably would be a lot of fun. I have done a little bit with Jason this year because in October. I did some with Jason Voorhees, and that was fun. So I'll probably get some more horror figures just to shoot them, because it'll be fun. So I'm losing track here. Let's see. R3 says, how often, if ever, do you print your images and display them at home? Not so often. I do have a few hanging up for sure. I have some that have been signed by people I've met. Like I had Christopher Sabat, who voices like Vegeta and a lot of Dragon Ball Z voices. He signed one of my photos, and I have that framed, stuff like that, which is really cool. So actually, not a whole lot, to be honest. Toybox says, why is it harder to shoot inside than outside? I struggle with getting the right light when I have to create it in my inside. I'm the same way. I think it's easier to shoot outside too, but some people are the complete opposite. Some people are more comfortable shooting inside, which is, yeah, it just depends on what you're used to and what you do first and what you're more comfortable with. You guys are talking about accents. Bruce over here, Aussie Action Fig, says, I can do an Australian accent. I bet you can do one really great without even trying. That's my Mando, says, you the man, Jared. You put all this together and it works. Look forward to each and every stream. Most people here would agree. Very informative and engaging. So thank you very much. No, thank you. Literally, like, you guys thank me sometimes for making this. No, like, you guys are the ones coming to my channel and supporting it. Like, all of the thanks is to you. So thank you guys. Thank you. Doctor says, what's your favorite action figure? You were totally here when I answered this question before, Doctor. It's this guy back here. Boop. That guy. Because you see him all over the stream. He's everywhere. That's my favorite. Doctor says, can we see the Dragon Ball Z photo? Oh, it's all the way upstairs. I wouldn't be able to grab that. But it's if you watch the light painting video that I did, all about light painting, the Dragon Ball Z photo, I taken that. That's the one that I got him to sign. It's of Gogeta. Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. CJ Notorious, how's it going, man? How's it going? So let's see. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff, you guys. I'm getting real behind. TCW says, I can do a Gollum impression, but that's amazing. And my brother Tucker can do a really good Gollum impression too. Oh, Lawrence, have a great night, dude. Heading out. Thank you for everything you do, my friend. Have a great night. Lego says, have you tried stop motion? I've never tried it. But I was saying before, I did try something animated recently, and it didn't quite work out. Didn't quite work. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see if I can pull it up and show you. I tried something animated, and for the people who stuck around, you get to see a sneak peek of something coming, and it didn't. It does. The picture does animate, but it's not very good. And I tried a lot of different things, and I'll show you. And it's not really moving. Hang on, I'm trying to pull it up right now. And it looks it's gonna move really slow here. I don't know if it'll work. It's too slow. Okay, well, this is basically it. Maybe I can't. I don't know if I can. Oh, you know what? I bet you I know what I can do. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I can show you guys. And if I pull it here and then bring it right here, I can show you this animated thing. Here it is. Where is it? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out right here, and it's just not working. Maybe because it's too big. I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. Why it's not here. Maybe I can't show you. Maybe I can't. I thought I would be able to. Well, sorry, but soon I will be able to. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know why I wasn't able to pull that up, but I am trying something animated right now. It's just not showing up. And it was kind of a failure. You'll see it in the future when it's all done. Maybe I'll make a whole video about it. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know how else to show it. I don't know how else to show it. And yeah, that's something I need to prep and make it work. But so that's Mando says, but not a lot of us are able to and willing to put in the time and money in a channel like this. So it's a big thank you for that. That's my Mando. No, thank you. Seriously, no, it's thank you. I love doing this, and the fact that you guys are here is amazing. TCW says, I found out my sister's boyfriend can do it too, so we annoy our family with doing that impression of Gollum. Well, that's cool that you and your sister's boyfriend like get along. I think that's awesome that you guys get along that much. That's really cool. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to show that GIF I was trying to show you guys. I don't know why it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Maybe, you know what? Maybe if I try it like this, I have an idea. I might be able to. If I go here, and then I take this out, and then, yes, and then I go here, and I grab this, and I put it in here. There it is. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so if I loop it, there we go. This is what I made. Okay, so now you're seeing it. It's going way too fast. But so this is what I was working on yesterday, and as you can see, there's a lot of reasons why this. Here, let me make it smaller. It's a little big. There are a lot of reasons why it looks way off. See how this is all on the top right here? It's all like bumping because I had to do a lot of editing and all these different frames. There's a lot of reasons why this just doesn't work. I mean, as a photo on its own, it looks pretty cool, but yeah, it just doesn't work. And I've spent hours just looking at it and being like, this just looks so bad. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad at like. But it was my first time trying anything like this. I learned how to animate photos in Photoshop. This is about 8 different frames of completely separate photos and looped. Yeah, there's a warping. There's warping because I had to actually hold the bottle myself to get it to do this, and then I had other photos where I had to kind of layer things in to make it. So if in the top right here that looks bad, but I think I've figured out a way to make it work. So I've definitely learned. I've definitely learned stuff from this. So that's what I was working on, and I'm not totally ashamed or anything of it, but I definitely have learned. So yeah, there's that. So sneak peek for the guys who actually stuck around all the way to the end of the video. So CJ says, how do you do the behind the scenes of your picture and put your picture on Instagram? Well, actually, I take the photo with my camera, and then I just whip out my phone and I take all the behind the scenes with my phone, record it, and then I will put them together with just some editing software on my phone, and then you can post multiple things as a swipe on Instagram. That's all. Nothing crazy. Just use my phone. Take a video with my phone. That is all. And Sonic Burst. Well, everyone who said that thinks it looks good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I knew you guys would just be super nice and say that it looks cool. So thank you guys. I definitely will come up with a much better version soon. I will say that. I have an idea of how to make it better, for sure. Because the thing is, it's just like, what I didn't think of, like, I wanted to just, because I figured out a way to get the Hulk to just hold the bottle on his own, which was great. So I was like, okay, but, right when I popped the soda cap off, and the second I tip it at all, it just all starts gushing out, and so it's just so hard to get the timing right, and so I had to ended up having to hold it, and I had to edit. So yeah, a lot to learn for there. Sonic Burst says, can you make a shot on YouTube of Sora killing a bunch of stormtroopers? That would be cool. I'm not a big Kingdom Hearts fan. She is.
I have a Sora.
And she has a really nice 112 Sora. I think it's from Bring Arts. It's really nice. So that would be cool. That would be something really fun. Yeah. Lego Nerd says, try a photo with fire. I've done a lot of photos. I love shooting with fire, real fire. And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of it. You'll see a lot, for sure. And I've never. Doctor says I've ever played StarCraft. No, I never have played StarCraft. But Siva, who's usually here, I know that's a game that he has put a lot of time into in the past. Yeah, Siva and our friend Dima. I know they played a lot of StarCraft in their day. RJ says, I use my phone for my photos. That's why I always forget to do BTS. I mean, I get that. I mean, what I usually do is I'll do all my BTS after. I'll take all the time I need taking my photo. Once it's done, then I'll record all the BTS, because that the photo itself is more important. So yeah, you just try to do it afterwards, I guess. And yeah, I forget BTS too, a lot. Yeah. So let's see. Some of you guys are doing great. Joe Young says, save figures and use airsoft. Now I'm just thinking of standing up a bunch of figures and shooting them with an airsoft gun. Django Fat says, your editing skills amaze me. Well, thank you, Django Fat. I mean, that means a lot, because editing is tough, and I just learn by trying stuff. And I actually I had a Photoshop class in high school, and that helped me a lot with learning the basics of Photoshop. So then I just learned just by trying stuff, you know. That's my Mando says, always start with an empty bottle and funnel it in from the bottom of the bottle. Edit out the funnel. That's literally my plan. That's literally so like with the empty bottle, and then I want to cut a hole on the outside, and then pour it in from the back. Yeah, that's literally exactly it, because then that would require so much less editing, and it would already be in place, and it would probably make a much more smoother pour. Yeah, you got it. So now we just need to figure out a way to drill a clean hole in the back of the glass bottle. So that's going to be a big adventure, bunch of new things that I'm going to be trying soon. That, yeah, you knew that's exactly what my plan was. That's crazy. Thank you guys for all the support on that. I really appreciate that. So Joe says, what's your favorite scale? I'm like 1/12. Definitely, that's my favorite for sure. Oh, Raven Amil is here. How's it going? Raven, thanks for being here. Lego Nerd says, try a Frozen toy. I have. Lego Nerd, I feel like, I don't know if perhaps you're more recently subscribed to my channel, which if you are, thank you so much. But yes, I've done some stuff with Frozen ice toys as well. It's all, yeah, all of that stuff. Doctor says, I edit on my tablet, but there isn't Photoshop Fix. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure Photoshop Fix is completely been discontinued by Adobe. I don't think they do it at all anymore, which sucks, because I did recommend it in a lot of my videos because it was free. But I'm pretty sure they removed the app completely from all of the stores, which sucks. Toy Box, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? I always liked Donatello. I'm not a big turtle fan, but I think Donatello's cool. I like the purple. I think he's cool. For sure. Joe says, shoot the right or the left legs. I don't even know what you're talking about with this airsoft stuff, man. Whoa, Lego Nerds, you have got quite the imagination. I think you should. You got all this great ideas. You should try all these yourself. He says, try to do Vader pushing a stormtrooper into a volcano. That sounds awesome. Oh, I just haven't been here in a while. Gotcha. So you guys, I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you so much for watching. This was such a fun stream. Thank you guys so much for for being here and being so supportive and enjoying this stream with me. You guys have been awesome. We've been going for 2.5 hours. So I think that is it for me. I got to get up early and bring my mom to a dentist appointment. So I will be sending out some of this stuff to everyone who won very shortly, and I'll be sending out some DMs and or send me a DM if you won to so Lawrence Robson, Sam the Man, James Mortensen, Jangle Fat, and Figgy. You guys, gonna send you out some stuff. Thank you all again for everything. And if you are still here and you missed it before, I spent a lot of time talking about the member of our community. Where is he? Steve. I was talking about Steve earlier. If you are still here, please show some support over to Steve here at Toy With It. Like I was saying before, he has a cancerous brain tumor, and he's got some really, really tough times coming ahead in the next few months or so. So please show this guy, amazing artist, brilliant toy photographer, and just a genuine great dude. And it's just a heartbreaking story. So please just go and show him some support, show him some love, send him some positive energy, follow his page, and just do everything you can to make him feel good, and in a really tough time that he'll be having. So please send him some love. And that's my Mando says, what site can we get the patches at? Right here, cameraclub.co on Instagram. So it's cameraclubco.com, or on their Instagram, go to cameraclub.co to get one of these patches. Please do. They are so cool. Put a link in the description. I'll put it. I will do that. I'll put a link in the description for all of this for Steve, and for the Camera Club, and as well as the where to get these as well. So they will be in the description for sure. And so you guys have a great night. Thank you again for everything. And don't forget to stay all the way till the very, very end of the stream. So we'll have the slideshow of all the members and the amazing work. So everyone have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. See ya. Hey, after the credit scene, post-credit scene with Toxin. He's here. I don't know if you can hear him. Can you hear him? This is what he does. This is if you ever stick around to the end of the stream, this is what happens. See you later, buddy. Post-credit scene. And then I'll just say, hey, and actually someone said, who made this song? Sonic Burst, who made this song? That is a song by Approaching Infinity. So if you know Siva, who's always here in the live chat, him and I were in a band a long time ago, and that is one of our songs that we did a long time ago. And Siva wrote it. He wrote the song and actually recorded that version of it. So yeah. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the stream. Now officially have a great night. See you later.